What's going on, guys? ID10TCAT here, and here's the next episode of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin for PS4. Basically what we're doing today is heading to the Shaded Woods. But first, we gotta talk to a bloody cat and get some stuff from her. Yeah, you gotta buy stuff from a cat. Yes. Basically what you want to buy is this one ring, the Silver Cat ring, and a Ring of Whispers. The Ring of Whispers is good for the Shaded Woods because eventually you'll find an NPC. He's a giant scorpion that will help fight you against another giant scorpion. I believe it's his sister. It's the boss. I believe it's his sister. I could be wrong though. And the other one was a Silver Cat ring, which takes you down that well for the other fork in the road. Remember in the last video I was telling you about a fork in the road going Shaded Woods or down the hole? Well, I'm going to go to the Shaded Woods for now because I believe there's an Estus Flask shard right off the bat, so I might as well just go that way. I'll probably go down the hill, down that hole at some point soon, and kind of doing both at the same time. But yeah, anyways, onward we go. So kind of go back to where you start the beginning of the game, but instead of going all the way back, you just hit it right down in this dead wood tree area cave looking thing. So you just keep strolling on down here. Eventually you'll come up to a guy with a really green sword. And he's pretty obsessed with his sword. He loves that sword so much that he's willing to die for it. But who cares about him right now? And here's why I wanted to keep as many fragrant branches as I could earlier. Because I used the one earlier on the previous videos, and the next one I'm going to use is right here, talking to this chick here. I don't know about you, but I didn't know about the fragrant branches of yore, and that lady I just was so confused about the statues. Like I said, a statue blocks your way. I'm not too sure what to do. Just need to fragrant branch it. So this lady's pretty nice. I mean, you gotta give her some clothes. So I'm gonna give her the clothes that were probably the beginning ones. Yes, thank you. You don't want to wear those rags, but you'll gladly wear the rags that I'm gonna give you. But I'm probably gonna buy that one flame quartz ring. Probably for later on. In the Iron Keep. Definitely useful, and I don't have any money for anything else, so time to give you some stuff. Just gonna give you the beginning armor stuff, basic stuff. Feel like a generous man right now. And that should be it. Once it's gone, it's gone. No ifs, ands, or buts. You're welcome for the gift. And then you just gotta pull this thing, and if you weren't prepared, don't worry about it. I wasn't prepared, but these enemies, they pop out of nowhere. And they, there's 6 or 7 of them. Like 1 or 2 is fine. Maybe even 3. But look at the amount of them. There's gotta be like 6 of them, and they keep coming. And then there's one of these guys. Holy crap. And you also gotta make sure not to hit the girl there. But if you come up the stairs there, they seem to be afraid of people that are taller than them, except for this guy, holy Christ. But they won't attack you anymore. But odds are you probably would have kept going up those stairs without checking these doors. And inside, dun dun dun, we got a flask. Awesome. So I'm just gonna go straight ahead and get that shard added to my flask here. And odds are you probably wouldn't have noticed that this bonfire just kind of hanging out right here, which I find kind of funny because I remember the first time I beat the game, and I think I did New Game Plus, and I decided to do some more searching, and I opened up these doors and there the bonfire was, and I was like, oh my god, what the frig? I didn't even realize that the first playthrough. And it's just so confusing. This game really doesn't hold your hand whatsoever. but it's almost like you have to do it yourself to learn. Whereas some games, it's just, there's no way to learn. Like, can't really think of any examples off the top of my head right now, but this is really awesome. So anyways, what we're going to be doing now, heading straight into the Shaded Woods, fighting everything we possibly can, get all the loot, and get to the next bonfire right here. Okay, so that attack was completely unexpected. Completely knocked me on the ground there. These guys, they're vicious. Like, they're pretty easy. Like, when you hit them, they just knock back and you can slap them around. First of all, their dead bodies still look like they're alive. They look the exact same dead, which always trips me out. But mixing with these guys, it's a risky business to fight them. And basically those spider looking guys with the one eye, they curse you to death with like a smoke screen. So you don't want to be inside that smoke screen, otherwise you're screwed. You're screwing yourself over. This is a pretty tough guy here. And he's so out of place. Like, I don't ever remember seeing a guy like that in this area. So, glad he's dead, so I never have to see him again. These are a lot of messages. Not going to read any of them because they probably all say the same, like, attack this guy. Hidden guy, watch body. Because a lot of the times, the grammar in these messages don't make much sense. Or maybe it was trap ahead, watch out for that guy on the left. But that's alright. See what kind of loot this guy was trying to steal. Fading soul. Haven't quite figured out what those things do yet. And then there's these rock throwing guys. Couldn't successfully get in the major leagues, so they decided to just die and become a baseball player in the Shaded Woods. Try and kill everything that moves. Rocks. It's not bad though. I mean, they do take... I mean, obviously they're pretty good. They were pretty good. Because they're killing me with rocks. But yeah, this guy wasn't obviously a starting pitcher. I mean, couldn't hit me. Except for there. So maybe he was a closer. This guy just ran at me aggressively. As if like he had a mission to assassinate me or something. Behind my back. But everything's kind of cleared up right now, so it's all good. It's all good. Pharaoh's Lockstone, could have used that back in Lost Bastille. What's up here? Looks like we got 5 praying bloody thingies. These kind of look like the guys from The Legend of Zelda, the zombies. In a sense, the guys that just scream at you and then hug you to death. They kind of look like that, but they don't really act the same. I mean, they do run at you. The zombies in Ocarina of Time didn't run at you, but they have a very similar look. And up here is the next bonfire. And I want to get to the next bonfire, and that's not too far away. I mean, it's probably like 100 feet, if anything. And you got to go through a misty area. And it's right after that. And is this the right way to go? I actually don't recognize those enemies. Not at all. So I don't think this is the right way, to be honest with you. So let's go the other way. Nope, that's not there. Quite obviously, that's the right way to go. So what you want to do is stick to the left wall. To always stick to the left wall and try not to sprint to... Because there's a bunch of invisible guys just trying to slaughter you. And they pack a punch and you can't lock onto them. So you just don't know where they are at all times and they hop around like fleas. Ugh. It pissed me off.
Leave me be. I like it.
This guy's pretty interesting. He's essentially a headless horseman. His head's nice, but his body's evil. So, exhaust all his dialogue and he'll give you his helmet,
But
which will stay on his head.
my body will
So I guess he'll find a way to duplicate it for you.
learn that if I can help you.
He's got some pretty good loot. I mean, you can buy a great sword and claymore. And the claymore was one of the best weapons in the original Dark Souls. I wouldn't say it's the best in Dark Souls 2, but it's definitely up there. It's all up to preference, really. But yeah, this guy has a lot to say. Definitely one of the more full of dialogue characters in this game. And I wouldn't say dialogue, I guess more like monologue, because I don't know, he plays a voiceless character. Voiceless hero, I should say. And I always find those more easily to relate to. Mostly because you can put your own identity into it. Whereas in a game like The Witcher, I mean, you're playing as Geralt of Rivia. And you just don't have that same, like, feel to it. Like, you don't feel the same as he does. Maybe that's just our way of putting, like, emotion to an emotionless character. But yeah, these guys here, they're ghosts. You can't lock onto them, so... First time I fought these guys, I just ran by them, and suddenly a ghost was running behind me and attacking me. Completely surprised me. So yeah, what we did there is we got to the bonfire. It's the last bonfire in Shaded Woods. So you're kind of home free with all the rushing around, so you can collect all the loot you want. And the last fragment branch of Yore I had 2. And you'll want to use one on this guy here. And he is an enemy, so you're going to want to kill him. And he'll give you a key. See? Fang key. And that'll unlock another boss weapon maker called Weaponsmith Ornifix. And she's a giant bird. Giant bird lady. And there's many more phantoms in this area. But I'm just going to focus on getting that weaponsmith right away. And I believe the fake hole is is right there. And it's going to... Yes. It's going to mess with me. See the smoke screen? I'm trying to get out of there as soon as possible. And there's like 3 of them. So it's going to be... Yeah. It's a one-hit kill. When you let that bar fill up, you're dead. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now in the original Dark Souls, when he came back to life, he had 50% health. And thankfully, they changed that for Dark Souls 2. Now it's just, you lose the extra 10% like usual. But, it's so annoying. But, at least it's not like the original Dark Souls, because you had to like go completely out of your own way and buy an item from somebody. And I don't know, it was a hassle. So maybe they took notes and was like, let's just make this game slightly easier. So you go down there, kill all those guys, and maybe I'll show them how it's done this time without looking like such a total noob. Come on. I can't die. I have to not embarrass myself. Okay, yeah, we should be good. Retrieve those souls I have. What's this? Raw stone. And there is the Fang key usage. And there's a fragrant branch that you just used, so.
I owe you some hope if it would not trouble. In fact, I believe.
Alright. Giant bird lady. Moving on. Did I forget anything while I was here? Watch that gold lava looking crap. That will destroy your armor to bits. Then you gotta pay money to repair it. Really frustrating. And looks like we made a full circle, guys. So that's probably it for this video. I'll probably do a bit more around Shaded Woods, and then I'll probably aim to fight the boss. and go from there. So thanks for watching, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to comment. Let me know how I'm doing. And it's really appreciated, guys. Thanks. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.